Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Ramblings podcast brought to you by the CSPN Media Podcast Network. I am one third of your co host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka Nigga Mort, aka you niggas on Al Green's internet are being stupid over Cardi B, and I don't get it. AKA Nicki Minaj needs to get beat the fuck up because she be on Twitter explaining her Dr. Seuss ass bars, and it is upsetting me and my homeboy and my homegirl. And my third of my co-host isn't here today. Candace isn't here. She is out living her best life at a wedding and barbecues and all that good shit. And I ain't mad. I'm not mad at all. But I'm joined by our other friend and third co-host.
What's up, y'all? It's Curtis, aka Trillificent on all social media, aka Coonloaf. You know who the fuck I am. You remember me. I'm not that Turkish person that got that at name suspended. Good luck, everybody. AKA Mr. Treat Trash People like the trash that they are.
That, you know what? That is a word.
You know, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
And good hell.
You take that, beloveds, and you apply it to your life or the lives around you as you see fit. And if it don't apply, let it fly.
And if it do, then maybe your wig will fly. I don't know.
If you trash, you better say bye-bye.
Good to hell look, everybody.
Exactly. So before you pay the bills and we get into it, I just want to make this clear for this show now that I am, I guess, officially one of the hosts. Just a reminder, I think this should be obvious, but you know, sometimes you have to state the obvious. So we talk a lot of shit on this. When I tell you we talk cash shit on this podcast, I'm surprised that the name of the damn show ain't cash shit, because that's what we talk.
Honestly,
a lot of cash shit, but I feel that the majority of y'all, and really I would feel like everyone that listens regularly knows that this shit is just jokes, y'all. It's just jokes, y'all. Like, we don't seriously hate these people. We don't know these motherfuckers. But we're going to get these jokes off because they on TV doing the things that they do. Right. And we going to do what we do.
Right. I mean, listen, again, we don't know these motherfuckers personally. They don't even know we exist. But since they on TV looking the fuck stupid on a daily basis, guess what the fuck we gonna do? Get these jokes off about them looking the fuck stupid on a daily basis. And that's just what the fuck it is.
Exactly. And I think that when we are serious about something, like when we talked about Bill Cosby or whatever other things that we talk about, y'all, you can tell when we're serious. So I just wanted to put that out there. I feel like 40 something episodes in. 41. I don't know if it's been said in a while or if it ever has been said, but just a reminder, it's just jokes.
It's just jokes, and no asses were whooped in the making of this podcast, even though they probably should be.
They probably should be, but it is not for us to whoop the asses, really. Shit, we be on here advocating for other people to whoop the asses when they get done. That's why I said treat trash like trash.
And speaking of asses getting whooped, we'll get into that after I pay these bills. But speaking of paying the bills, you are listening to a CSPN Media Podcast presentation. You can go to our website, cspn.us, like I said, and click that Ratchet Ramblings tab. This will be episode 41 as y'all are hearing it. And like Candace said, either last week or a couple of weeks ago, our 1 year anniversary is coming up soon. So thank you to everybody that supported me and Candace doing this basically a spin-off show from the Ratchet recap episodes on Crown and Collars. And shout out to our brand ambassador Ruthie for putting the bug in our ear. Make sure y'all follow her at A Quality Mess on Twitter. Shout out to Ruthie. And it was her idea. Me and Candace spun on, and we have been doing this shit 41 episodes. And like I said, the 1 year anniversary will be soon. And we got our other friend Curtis to again basically be our third co-host. And you know the fuck what? I'm here for it because we love Curtis. And honestly, you know, Curtis and Candace are the real MVPs of this podcast. I'm just here.
I don't know. You coming for the crown these last few I don't know what kind of niggy polyjuice potion your ass over there. Niggy juice potion.
Nick
on one these last few weeks.
The secret cauldron at Niggy Works.
It ain't no cauldron. It's a bottle of Crown Royal.
Well, you know I am a Negro. You know what? After I pay the bills, I got a small thing to say. But yes, thank you for everyone that's been listening. Thank you for everyone that's been leaving reviews. We haven't gotten any new reviews, but we have been getting ratings on iTunes and
we
all
need
the
a new review, y'all. Like that the 1-star Woe review is still the last one. So somebody that loves us, please go and leave us a 5-star rating and then write a nice review so that the last thing won't be that attempt of a read of a review.
Right, Dad.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, whoever wrote that, but so am I. And anyway, just give us a nice review so that the last one will be something nice and sweet.
Right. We don't want that 1-star Woe taste still lingering, which honestly, that 1-star Woe.
You know what I'm saying? It's still lingering.
Right. Don't let it be musty. Don't let it be musty and ugly on our reviews, y'all. We know y'all listen and love us. It's fine. That one person don't matter, but just tighten it up a little bit. That's all we ask. And also you can leave comments on the website and stuff. And if you like what the hell we got these jokes that's gonna fly about these reality TV shows, mosey on over to that Keep Our Podcast free tab on the right side of our website and shop with all of our many sponsors. It's of no extra cost to you. It just gives our boss man and CEO Classic a portion of the brick to keep the lights on, to keep everything free, including this show and all of our shows on the CSPN. So you won't have to pay to listen to my country ass sound like. Go ahead and give a joke, Curtis. I can't think of that.
So they don't have to pay to listen to you sound like a pot of leftover greens?
You know what? I'm with it. Fair. We'll go with that. We'll go with that for this
week.
With
the ham hocks in, with the Keeley pieces in it.
Get to the meat in these greens. Yes. And also, our friend and third co-host Curtis has a wonderful podcast called Gay Side Stories, where the gay shit goes, and in some cases goes to die. And, you can leave him a review and a rating however you listen to your podcast through your podcast listening device. GaySideStories.com is the hub, and Curtis is doing a whole bunch of shit over there. I mean, I'm so proud of him. His podcast has been wonderful, and of course, we friends, so I've been supporting him. But honestly, it is a dope thing that you are doing over there, and I'm so proud of you, Curtis. And we're gonna keep this shit rolling. You are out here, and I couldn't be more proud.
Well, to piggyback, to Keely back on what you just said, shout out to you and Bianca doing Crown of Cottlers over there. Like my sis Bianca, who I need to bring Bianca onto Gay Side Stories, but I know y'all listen to Ratchet Ramblings. Hopefully y'all listening to my show, but don't forget that the original Crown of Cottlers is still out there. They still shucking and driving. They still doing their thing, giving that commentary that needs to be heard. And I'm proud of y'all for shit. Y'all what, like 160 episodes in or something, or close to it?
166. Yeah.
166, 4 years. Like that's impressive. So shout out to y'all.
We appreciate it.
All right, the love fest is over. Let's get to the shit.
Yeah, let's get to this. But before we do, because we only got Love and Hip Hop and Black Ink Crew, but there was a lot, especially with Love and Hip Hop, and that will
save that for last.
That would have listed a lot of opinions. So we gonna get that out. But before I do, I have something. So sometimes some conversations, and I'm using that loosely, on Twitter are conversations that should be had, probably need to be had with people that act like they got some sense and can have nuance and discuss things like proper adults, which is honestly praying for a lot, especially on social media. But sometimes how the conversation starts should be an indicator that maybe this is not the hill to die on. And yesterday, and I think maybe earlier today, an interview surfaced. I don't know if it's new or old. I really don't give a fuck. But a video surfaced of Azealia Stanks having opinions about Cardi and her voice and her speech and all this, that, and the third or whatever. And of course, it got on Twitter and motherfuckers have been arguing about this shit. Let me just say this. A lot of people's republicanism shows a lot of times. Especially when in regards to Cardi and her speech. If you want to have a conversation that maybe Cardi benefits from a certain level of privilege that maybe someone not with her skin tone would, that's fair. If you want to, talk about colorism within the industry and this, that, and the third, that's also fair. I'm not saying you can't critique Cardi herself, because there are some things you could critique. Not every critique is an attack. But again, tone and again, acting like you got some sense when you do hear what these critiques matters. But with that said, if the conversation starts with some shit that Azealia Stanks said, that probably is an indicator that it's not a conversation worth happening if she's the epicenter of the conversation. And I'll just leave it at that, because some of you have been on Beyonce's internet last night and this morning looking mad funny in the light. And good to hell luck, everybody. So that's it, because let me tell you something. And this is kind of how, and Carter released a statement on her Instagram or something which read the fuck out of Azealia Stanks. So if you want to kind of context of what I'm saying, you can go see what the fuck she said, because she that was a drag. That was a read. But kind of relating to Cardi, I know like it's a running joke on this show and in my own personal life and on Twitter and on Crown Callers about how I sound. Because I'm Southern. I'm a Southern black man. I know I have a heavy accent, a heavy voice, I make jokes about it myself. It's fine. But you got it fucked up to downplay my intellect or think that I'm illiterate, quote unquote, or don't know what the fuck I be talking about because of the way I sound. And I kind of feel Cardi, that's how Cardi feels when motherfuckers say that she's illiterate or she is, a dummy or XYZ because of how she sounds. So okay, that's all.
So that provided the context that I needed, because I saw something, but I didn't know what happened and I didn't feel like investigating. So I'm just going to say this, because people say the same thing about Beyonce, like she can't read, because I don't know why people say that. And I'm like, she know how to read these checks. So, but I will say, I don't want to get into all that because I feel like you said everything that needs to be said. What I will say is, it seems like this Azealia Banks young lady is doing what a lot of people do, and that is try to ride someone's coattails who's more popular than her by saying something about them that's controversial. People do that all the time. And, Cardi B's name has had such a meteoric rise that now it's like, if I mention Cardi B, that's going to get me hits. That's going to get me clicks.
Shit, we just saw Nicki try to do that shit with the Migos shit. Wow.
So I really feel like that is probably maybe 80% of it. And I don't know what the rest of it is, because I just don't get coming out of nowhere trying to say, oh, you don't sound like you went to school, you must be illiterate, or whatever I don't like, just randomly on a Friday night you decided
First of all, she was on the Breakfast Club saying that, so that should be.
What? I don't want to give that any more energy. Number one, the Breakfast Club. Number two, it's Azealia Banks. Number three, girl, shut up.
Right, get beat the fuck up, because she got a history of doing this, not just with Cardi, but with any black woman that's not her. So it's just like, girl.
I mean, just in general, it's like
you're a shitty person
that you're trying to shit on. It's not their fault that you not popping the way you feel like you should. And that's all I have to say on that. Y'all, the gays and whoever love her because she quote unquote so talented, y'all can continue to love her, but obviously y'all's love is not stopping her from being stupid on the internet. So I just want to say good luck, everybody, and leave it at that.
Yeah, pretty much. I literally just logged on Twitter and saw a tweet and I retweeted it. When people talk about Azealia Banks being ugly and this, that, and the third, it's not because or not giving a fuck about her. It's not because it's not because she ugly or that she doesn't have talent. It's just that nobody wants to fuck with her because she a shitty motherfucker. Yep. And that's just what the fuck it is. So, good to hell luck, everybody. So I just had to get that off my chest because I resonated with that a little bit from Cardi because it's like, again, y'all know I sound like a bowl of grits, but motherfuckers will try to play you, because of how you sound, thinking that you're less than or less intelligent than that. And to that, I say, boy, girl, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, and we can punctuate that by saying your problematic fave. If she is your problematic fave, that's fine. But them being your problematic fave does not absolve them from the consequences of them saying or being shitty to other people and other people not fucking with them. So good luck, everybody, again. And let's get to the shit that we came here for, that I know y'all came here for.
That is correct. So, like I said, we only got Love and Hip Hop and Black Ink. Black Ink Chicago is coming back May 30th. I think when me and Curtis were pre-gaming this last Black Ink was the season finale. I don't know when.
And I'm glad for it.
We will have thoughts. I don't know when the hell. Like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is kind of like in mid-season form, I think. So, and basketball wise is coming back Monday.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is only like episode 7, so that means we probably got at least a good 13 more episodes.
Yeah, because Mona Drag out Love and Hip Hop like a motherfucker, which I'm not mad at because it's honestly damn near like the only one that gives us even a close to theater. So
yeah,
So we'll have basketball wise because it come back Monday, which y'all probably will hear this shit Monday. And yeah, we'll have that in Love and Hip Hop. And we might add Potomac. I told Curtis, like, after we finish recording this, I'm gonna watch Potomac because I see a lot of y'all talking about that shit. So I'm gonna watch it. And but we gonna have hashtag content. So where do you want to start?
We can start with Black Ink Crew, and I have the least amount of notes, so y'all know how I like to do.
Right, that's really how we do the shit that we had the least amount of notes for. Is where we start.
Yeah, so I want to start off by saying, Sky.
How did I know you were gonna start with Sky?
I still want Sky to get the help that she needs and deserves because it's just I don't even know at this point. Like, she got over having that baby so quick, or am I tripping?
No.
And she did all that shit with that gay man. And all you needed to do was spend some time with the son that didn't want to beat your ass.
Right.
You wasted all that time and all that money bringing that tacky ass bed into that shop, which honestly, at this point, I'm like, I hope that's not y'all's real shop. I hope that's like a dummy shop and y'all are actually doing the shit that y'all do in that shop. But you did all that, and all you needed to do was call whatever his name is, Dez, and go spend some time with him. I want to have a new baby. No, you don't, sis. You just wanted to get some love from your son because your other son want to kick your ass.
Right, because your other son got you on the permanent beat the fuck up list.
Because your other son, like Genesis, we all might as well start calling Genesis Thanos.
Genesis it's like, bitch, you got the reality stone because this loving mother you pretending to portray yourself as, that ain't the bitch that I know.
Right. And and I got the beat your ass stone. So
right, I got the power stone. So what's up?
But yeah, I was like, but I will say, the work that Sky has had done on her body is very, very nice.
It is.
When she got to twerking, I was like, okay. I mean, if you wasn't so batshit from the neck up, I wouldn't be mad at you.
Yeah. It is the thing. It is not your body, Sky. It is the things internally and mentally that have you on the beat the fuck up list. Because it's not about it. Because she, again, good work. She looks good. It's just
she's not ugly.
Yeah, she's not ugly. It's just I don't know what this new weave that she got and this new look of her confessionals for the past couple of weeks. I've been liking it.
Yeah,
it's just she
always got her titties out, which we all can appreciate.
Yeah, because her doctor did great work.
But because
the whole time that whole shit with her son, I was like, look, no disrespect to you, Des, but I'm over this shit because you wanting to be kind to your mother, that is perfectly fine. You are well within your rights. But I tend to side with the son that want to beat her ass, because I feel like the son that want to beat her ass, that is the truth. And because just like with C's, I'm not here for this making Sky into just she's just a tragic person that want to have a good relationship with her son. No, and the fuck, stop it.
Why? That doesn't come out in the rest of the season when she in the shop acting crazy and doing all kinds of crazy fuck shit.
Right. She literally told Genesis, "Fuck you," but you expect me to believe that it's so hard. She want girl, fuck y'all.
Yeah, and there is kind of a tragic story there. You know, the daddy turned him against her, but it's like if he clearly. It's
something more
to work with.
Yeah, it's something like I get it, but then it's like I don't feel that Genesis was manipulated. I feel like Genesis has some valid anger. That's damn whatever his daddy told her. He don't like Sky because he don't like Sky because she full of shit. I feel it ain't got shit to do with the daddy.
That's fair too. Because he has been watching her be on this show, and it's like, you ain't give a fuck about us till you got on this show.
Right? Like what he told C's like 16, 18 years and you couldn't even call me? That ain't got shit to do with her daddy.
Yeah.
With his daddy.
That ain't got shit to do with nothing but Sky. But that happens sometimes, and she's trying her best. So it's just we have to be honest in life, and that sometimes your best is just not enough for people.
Yeah.
You can only do your best, but you also have to realize that your best is not always enough. Beyonce told y'all shit. She was like, hell, they lost Star Search. Like she hasn't always been the Beyonce that we know now. Like sometimes you do your best and you still lose, or you still don't get what you want. So
right.
It is what it is. I will say this though. You know what Dez look like?
What?
Dez look like Bruce Leroy, but with like a chunkier face.
I can see it. I see it.
You know, I was halfway expecting him to get the glow after he hugged his mama or something, but whatever.
I won't hold you. That's fair.
Yeah. So speaking of getting over things very quickly, Donna.
Yo, this how I think we said it maybe last week or a few weeks ago. This how we know that shit what her and Alex just did happen overnight. She had to have been cheating.
He been had her eye on him, and he been had his eye on her.
Right.
Their genitals are not. That was not the first time that they met.
Right.
But she got over Mo real quick. I mean, I kind of get it. You in Miami, he came up there acting a fool. I kind of get it. But at the same time, Sistren, I'm looking at this and I wonder, number one, I wonder if she gave him the address or if production gave Mo the address.
I'm betting on production.
Yeah.
Because she didn't even, because even last week she was in disbelief that he even showed up.
Not only that he showed up, and then the front door just happened to be open so he can just stroll in.
Right. Looking like he just sold a brick.
And after seeing the fight again, maybe y'all saw something I didn't, but I was like, I know last week y'all was like Alex whooped his ass, but I was like, when I watched it again, I was like, he didn't really whoop his ass. He just had him in a hold where he could not fight him further. But Alex didn't really lick.
I think Well, seeing it fly the first time, I think what it was is seeing it the first time and then seeing the reaction for seeing it the first time. But when you look back at it, he didn't really. Alex didn't lose. I put it like that. He didn't lose. Like he didn't win, but he didn't lose.
Yeah, I'm not like he didn't flat out get his ass beat, but I'm just saying he didn't. He also did not beat Mo's ass.
Yeah, and I think probably because him, Mo, and the security, them niggas all tumble around and shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like one of them things where he didn't win the fight, but he didn't lose either.
Right. So
and even though Mo got that first punch in, he didn't win either. So it's kind of like it's kind of like
he got him in a hold, like a defensive hold. So it's like Mo got his lick, and then Alex was able to protect himself, getting him in that kind of choke hold, defensive hold. But
yeah,
I wouldn't say either one of them like clearly beat the other's ass. Now you want to talk about ass beating? We're gonna get to that in a bit. We're gonna get to a clear beating of the ass. Okay, hashtag that ass got whooped. We'll get there. But since right now we talking about Alex, so I have questions because Alex, when they went to the beach and he had that mini heart, he had that mini heart attack, and then he got out of the hospital the same night. And then I'm like, how he get back? I guess he took an Uber back to the house. But I'm just like, I just have questions because, like, I got few minor heart issues, and they was like, "No, bitch, you got to stay for the week." And I was like, I mean, right. It is vital for my life, so okay.
Right. Like y'all win, but good luck, everybody.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant, and I don't know how heart attacks work, even if it's a mini heart attack. Like, but getting out of the hospital in a few hours seemed to be unbelievable to me. But y'all let me know if I'm wrong, because I was like, he just showed up like, and the way that they did it, the way that he showed up, and I was just like, oh, okay. So it felt like storyline versus actual health scare. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe he has a heart issue. It's just that particular framing of it, I was like, I don't know. Is this production or is this real?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he probably got some like health issues and shit, but I do think production kind of hammed it up and shit because like it ain't nowhere in here like Donald checking every goddamn hospital and they ain't got no records of this nigga, and he just happened to, as soon as she say ain't no call the one hospital that say ain't no records of this nigga, he just pop up Uber like, oh hey, how you doing?
It felt very rom-com.
Right. It felt like some American Pie shit.
Right. I wouldn't even say American Pie. It felt like a Gabrielle Union movie from the 90s versus an actual health thing. But I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong. It looked funny in the light.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's a bit of both. I think he do have some heart issues because I mean he is a black man, and we do have we do have health scares, and and especially when he got to talking about it, like how unfortunately sometimes black men we don't believe in going to the goddamn doctor. Mm-hmm. So I do believe that he got health scares, but I don't think it was as bad per se.
I don't think that particular, because from what he was saying, the heart murmur, and I can't remember what else, like those things are serious, but
right. And it sounds believable, but like the execution.
Yeah, the execution, like the whole beach thing, and I was like, I don't know. I mean,
your nigga sense.
Yeah, my nigga sense is like is calling just a little bit of bullshit, not full bullshit, but a little bit. Like I don't know, maybe like 3/4 bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see you going from fainting on the beach to showing up at the house at night, and you done went up the stairs with no issues. And right. I would imagine they would have at least kept you overnight.
Yeah. Now I will say he did sound tired, and he was moving like an old black man. I will say that.
I mean, yeah, but how much of that is actual and factual, and how much of that is acting? You never know with these shows. So, but one thing that was funny about that, when he fell out, when I tell you Teddy turned into the blinking white man gif, Teddy like he was like Teddy was in disbelief. He was barely even fucking moving. Like, is this really happening?
Right. You
must not have got the memo of what was going on, what was going to happen on the beach.
Right. That wasn't acting. That was real Teddy. That was his natural reaction. He was like, "What?"
Right. He clearly didn't know.
Right. So,
So, and then, they had that little scene, and I was like, okay, sis and bro. Donna clearly brought every wig in her arsenal to Miami.
Listen,
you've seen those memes about having the infinity wigs?
Yes.
I don't know what y'all talking about, because Donna already got the infinity wigs.
Right. Because she dead ass had like 6 different wigs in a 30-minute goddamn episode. Well, no, an hour episode, but still, like, what?
I was like, oh, she decided she gonna wear every wig she got.
Right.
On this last episode.
Right. She coming through with the season finale. Finale wigs.
Yep. Finale collection.
Right. So she thinks she the collector.
Yeah.
Every goddamn wig for every occasion. I'm like, goddamn. Like, and I'm talking about like every scene she in, like 5 minutes later, a new wig. I'm like, damn, this.
And then the confessionals, a different look, and then she got a different wig from when they did this, and then a different wig when they did that. Which, I mean, go off, sis. I'm like, damn, she must have had one whole suitcase just for wigs.
Right, just for wigs. It's like every time you see her, she got a new Super Mario power. Like, this one is the superstar. Then this one is the raccoon suit. Then this one is the Metal Mario cap. It's like, goddamn, bitch.
Yeah. Shit. And Alex, you can tell Alex loved that shit. He like, I get me a new bitch whenever I want, I guess.
Right, they role playing cosplay is lit.
Right.
So I will say Alex looked good at that outfit he had for the party though. That shit was fly.
The nice outfit. They gave him a little grief, like, oh, you picked this out? He's like, yeah, I am the vagina slayer. And it's like, are you? Are you? I mean, I guess you still sound stupid. Like,
right.
You're not going around handing out business cards that say the vagina slayer. So,
right. So
I want him to drop that branding for the next season. Like,
same.
Drop that shit and be serious about yourself and about your art.
Right. Also, speaking of Teddy, shout out to Teddy when Donna was ranting and raving about how Daramo and this, that, and the third. Shout out to Teddy, like, well, Donna, this is pretty much your fault. So.
Yeah. I mean, he did it in the confessional because Teddy is non-confrontational,
right?
But he was absolutely right. He was like, all of it, literally, every part of this is your fault.
Yes.
From the rooter to the tutor, from your rooter to your tutor.
To your dead.
That's why you in this now, because you got your tutor tooted up.
Right. From the rooter to the tutor to your dead tufa.
Well, okay.
Hey, I mean,
listen. Alex happy because he got him a free parking space.
But hello. So I think that's it for them.
Yeah, that's it for them. Young Bay and Walt showed up. Young Bay bought Walt a ticket to go to Miami. When I was like, that's nice, but then I know how heteros are, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody asked how Young Bay man felt about her buying Teddy a plane ticket to Miami.
Yeah, that would be a topic on like Twitter with like.
That's why I said that, because
right,
just from some things that we've been discussing in the group chat, I was like, oh, well, this is interesting.
Right, because that'll be a conversation on Twitter. Like, can somebody else fix your man played a $200 date conversation or some shit like that? So
right. But then again, like I said, we know how produced these shows are, so Big Fish probably paid for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And speaking of, like, they spent a shitload of money on these 2 episodes for them to do all this shit in Miami.
Right.
Private boat rides and rented this big ass mansion, throwing parties,
renting bands and shit.
Hello, got renter niggas in there.
Right.
And everything. I was like, oh, so y'all open the purses and
right.
let them purse strings fly.
Right, y'all went all out for the damn season finale. Okay, Big Fish, I see you. All right. All I know is y'all better have saved some money for Black in Chicago. That's all the fuck I know.
Yeah. So, we talked about ignorance, the ignorance of Azalea Banks at the beginning of the episode. And to bring it full circle, they sounded so ignorant when they were talking about Haitian culture.
Nigga.
Like trying to make those jokes and shit. And it's like,
I was cringing.
That shit is funny anymore. Like,
I was cringing.
Yeah, listen, my stomach was like, oh, I was like, y'all not doing this. Y'all not up here talking about voodoo and all that. Y'all not doing this.
I'm like, oh no, baby, what are you doing? Ugh. I was cringing.
Like, maybe they are that ignorant, but it looked and sounded gross.
To be that, I don't know, maybe the writers wrote y'all to be that ignorant on purpose, but to be that ignorant of that kind of shit in 2018, I was just like, ugh.
Like, but even if you don't know, like the stereotypes and shit, that was the shit that they were saying, and I was just like,
yeah.
do not like.
Right, I'm with you. I was cringing. I was cringing.
And then speaking of do not like, something that I forgot to mention when we were talking about Dez, because it was later in the episode, but when he said that he was proud of Sky because she made something of herself to come see them, and I couldn't help but ask two questions. Number one, what exactly has she made of herself? And number two, would she have came to see about y'all if she did not have this show behind her? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hard-hitting questions, because
listen, I'm a journalist, okay? I graduated from Bossip University with my journalism degree.
Okay, Portia. You know, I too had questions when Dez said that, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have it. But I too had questions. I was like, okay, Dez, all right.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna take that away from you being proud of your mama. I'm not sure you're on the right path to that, but you know what? Go off.
Right. I was like, you know what? Good luck, Dez. Good the hell off.
Because I mean, she had the money or the connections to just buy him a last-minute ticket to fly out for a night. So he may have been looking at it that way, or it could have been written for him to say that. I'm real proud of you, Mom. You really made something of yourself. And then she boo-hooing, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like whenever, yeah, because I was like, okay, y'all throwing a lot of sauce on it.
A lot of sauce on it. Shit, yeah. Barbecue sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's, they was throwing on it.
Right.
I was like, oh.
Tony Satchery.
So I want to talk about C's before we get to the main event.
Okay. Real quick. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna shut up. Speaking of Sky, it is kind of tired where they consistently go back to C's and Kitty having a thing. It's like, we get it. Like, okay, they used to have a thing, and like, come on. I mean, every time C's get a new woman or something, y'all got to reference Kitty. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, but the thing about that is Kitty was sitting there salty as fuck. So,
well, yeah, that's true too.
You know, I mean, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this again, but she in her confessionals and she's sitting there sitting salty. She kind of feeding into it. So it's like,
yeah,
is it them throwing that at us, or is it her? And they just filming it and highlighting it,
right? Or both. And
it could honestly, it's probably both.
Yeah,
it's probably they see a little bit of something there and they kind of gas her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, she was already mad at C's for playing that alleged trick on her. So she might have been salty. She might have really been feeling a little Tony Sassarese about the situation.
Yeah.
Damn sure looked it.
Damn sure did. Which don't make no sense because it's like, girl, Kitty, look at you and then look at C's. Like, what the fuck are you like? I think Candace might have said that before. Like, girl, what? Why you give a fuck?
Why C's? Like you could potentially do better.
Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If you put some effort into it, I'm sure. I mean, because C's is pretty low brow, so yeah, she could do better.
She definitely could.
So it's like, I guess I don't know if Dick too bomb or I don't know what it is because I'm like,
do not
want to know.
Right? We don't deserve.
But speaking of people wanting to know if the dick is too bomb, I want to know what kind of teacher Crystal is.
Like
no, and I'm not even being shady about that. But I want to know what kind of teacher she is because I'm thinking to myself, if I'm a teacher, like if I'm teaching small children, I'm worried about being on this show and what it's going to do to my reputation. And if I'm teaching middle school to high school children, they going to be watching this shit.
Right.
Then I'm worried about how that's going to affect my reputation because I'm like, if I was a teacher and I agreed to be on that shit, I would not say I'm a teacher. I'd be like, oh, I'm an educator.
Right. I wouldn't be specific.
I work in education. I would not have been that specific because I can't help but look at that and be like, well, what kind of teacher exactly are you, sis? Because
first of all, ain't nowhere in hell I would be having a legit professional career. And this is not to say that tattoo artist isn't a professional career, a legit career. I'm just saying there's nowhere in hell I would be an educator and be on TV on a date with Caesar. Yeah. Ain't nowhere in hell.
Yeah, like we're not gonna act like I know they've been doing their best to try to scrub his image, but past seasons don't lie.
Right.
Past footage don't lie.
Right. Footage like screenshots is forever.
Yeah, that footage is forever. It done hit the nets. We know what kind of man Caesar is, no matter how much y'all try to told to us that he changes because he one way in the confessional, then he a whole different way in person. Like, come on, y'all. But I was like, okay, I get it. They still trying to scrub his image. Like, oh, look, he's talking to a teacher and he really likes her. Like, oh, okay.
Right.
Y'all with this Bill Cosby shit, trying to make it seem like he Cliff Huxtable.
Right. Because
I just don't see it.
First of all, ain't no way in hell I would be on national TV dating a nigga that lips look like some shit that you clean off your pots. That's just not what the fuck is gonna happen.
Because his lips absolutely look like when something fall in your oven while it's cooking and it get burned on.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what
that's
the fuck.
Shit where you need an SOS pad to clean it up.
Yes.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh. Yeah. That shit where you gotta get the heavy duty SOS pad that costs an extra $1.25.
Oh yes, you need name brand.
Right, you can't get the store brand. That's the kind of you got to get that name brand shit. That shit that you gotta try to catch on sale sometime.
Absolutely. So that was that. I was just curious on that, and then it was like, oh, I rented a yacht, and blah 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 blah. I'm going on a real date. I really like this chick. She challenges me. She don't take no shit. I was like, boy, shut your dumb ass up.
First of all, you a grown ass man.
Grown as fuck, and your history has shown you don't know what to do with no woman that don't take no bullshit. So please cut the shit.
Right. That's because the whole time watching that shit, I'm like, this nigga talking about, I got butterflies and I don't know what to do. I like this shit. I'm like, boy, you're a grown ass man.
Not even that. Like, that is valid because I don't think those feelings ever, when you truly like somebody, and that stuff don't ever go away. However, we know what kind of man you are.
Yeah, I think for me, it sees. And that's why I'm like.
That's what I'm saying. We know what kind of man, we know what kind of nigga you are. We know that you probably had another chick that you was talking to while you was in Miami. We know you probably got a whole bunch of other chicks you talking to. You probably still dabbling in kitty. So miss us with the bullshit.
Right. It's like you can't take that nigga seriously. So that I think that's what it is. Cause you're right. Those feelings are valid. It's just it sees, and it's like not you.
Right. And speaking of, so that whole thing, so they did all of that at that party to lead up being dramatic. Oh, I got a phone call from my lawyer in the middle of the night. Oh, you know, like when you get a phone call from your lawyer, it can't be good. And shut up. All of that just to say, oh, the lawsuit got dropped. And I was like, it's obvious that the lawsuit got dropped because we ain't heard nothing about it in real time.
Right. First of all, you know his lawyer, his lawyer must have been good and working, cause nigga.
I mean,
you know, that a big fish, something happened.
Something. She got paid off. She got what she wanted, or she didn't have the evidence that she needed to go forward with it. But it was pretty obvious that when I saw the previews of that, him getting a phone, I was like, okay, so the lawsuit thing, the lawsuit storyline is done.
Right.
That was obvious to me. And then I'm curious. I want to know who wrote his season finale speech.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, it could have been a series finale speech just from the way he did it and the way the things that he was saying. I'm like, I mean, they can come back for another season, obviously, but if they ended the series there, you couldn't really be mad because it's not like they have a bunch of storylines open that are unresolved. It's just like they kind of wrapped everything up, you know?
Honestly.
So it could have been a series finale. I'm not saying I want it to be, although, like I said, they teeter-tottering, or they pretty much full blown into the goofy territory, you know.
Yeah.
And then before we get to the main event, they had a deleted scene where Crystal's friends were like grilling Caesar. Did you see that?
No, actually, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they had. It was just a 1 minute scene. That's how I know it was fake. Because ain't no real friends only gonna be questioning you for no 1 minute, especially when they know who you are.
Right.
Especially when you Caesar. But yeah, her friends were fake, trying to ask him, what are your intentions with our sister? But you knew it was fake because all them girls were bad actors. They could barely keep a straight face. Like, y'all, it was good that y'all didn't include this in the episode because it was lame and rag. I say it was goofy. It was goofy. And then Sky had to jump in at the end of the episode. Oh, I need to say my thing. So I was like, okay.
Oh, girl.
I need to give my season finale speech too. So like, please be quiet. Y'all can never fuck with Black King. And the thing about it is the things that they were saying, trying to be so wholesome and shit, directly contradicted the beautiful beam footage that they were rolling at the same. Like all of the beam footage was them fighting and shit.
Right.
But they sitting there, we a family. We do this, we do that, we move as one. And I was like, yeah, bitch, y'all ain't the Avengers. What y'all talking about?
Right.
Y'all been fighting the whole season.
Right, niggas, you talking about y'all together and they showing this Civil War ass footage. Like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly. So that was, like I said, it's been goofy. But what was not goofy? Friends.
Talk about a whooped ass.
When you talk about somebody deserving and needing to be beat the fuck up, the way that Jada beat Tati's ass, that's what we mean when we say somebody need to get beat the fuck up.
Cause
Jada whooped Tati's ass.
Yeah.
And there's no debate to be had.
There's none. Like normally when you see these fights on reality TV, sometimes you kind of like earlier, it's kind of like, you can like, the security guards got there, and when nobody really won or lost. Now this was clear.
They let Jada beat Tati ass before they got involved. Like they let that ass whooping fly.
It was like they was watching a bit, then like, okay, now let's jump in. But nah.
It was, it was almost like it almost felt like that shit was off script because nobody was prepared to jump in.
I know, you know what? I think it was off script because everybody was shocked.
Everybody was shocked. I think that shit came out of nowhere. So
I think that came from the heart because Kitty was shocked.
Literally, everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked to the point of being immobile.
Right? because they were like, what the fuck? Walt, hey, goddamn, Walt was like, what the fuck? Because you know how Walt is. He like, what the fuck? Since when Jada and Tati got issues? I ain't gonna lie, Walt had me cracking up. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I feel like everybody probably was cracking up after it was over, but
yeah,
some wigs are flying. I was like, that's how you know you delivered a fade. Like Jada beat her ass so bad, her wig fell off.
Right.
It didn't get snatched off. It fell off.
Right. It's a difference.
Because Tati, sweetie.
Keep your head on a swivel.
That shit was like,
and it wasn't even, you couldn't even do the typical, like, because you know how some people try to be like, oh, all women do is snatch wigs and throw arms. No, Jada beat her ass.
Yeah. Jada was going upside her head.
Upside her head.
Fucking her up. She beat her ass.
Beat the fuck up. Good Lord.
So, in direct contradiction to that glorious ass whooping, we have to talk about why the ass whooping occurred, and then Jada loses quite a few bit of points that she just won,
right,
from whooping ass because you did all that over Teddy.
You did all that, and then not only did you do it all that over Teddy. You did it all over Teddy, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I gather, you did that all over Teddy when both of you pretty much established no exclusivity. Or am I tripping? Am I tripping?
Here's the thing about it. They established no exclusivity, but it's you still would be fucked with if the nigga is in your face with another person at work. Like, that's no exclusivity is one thing, but you also don't have to do that shit in my face.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
But with that being said, obviously Jada beat the wrong ass.
Yeah.
Because there was no reason to go after Tati. Unless Tati knew behind the scenes.
Right. But
behind the scenes, there was no reason for Jada to fight Tati.
Which I honestly, I don't think that she knew, honestly, because
I think they kept it under wraps. Nobody knew.
Right, from both Jada and Teddy's own mouth, they kept it under wraps. And then even in production, they asked her, like, y'all still messing around? But she was like, yeah, but we keeping it on the low. So it's like, well, if you keeping it on the low, then what the hell you beating Tati ass for?
Exactly. What you mad about?
Right. Now, you did, in fact, beat her ass, and that was one of the most marvelous ass whoopings we done seen. But,
that's how you go out on the season.
Right. Right? But them should have been hands for Teddy if you were going to throw hands.
Yeah, them should have been hands, feet, or at least words for Teddy. I mean, she had words for Teddy after the fact. And so the thing about it, Teddy walked out there, and it's so annoying when you upset and then the person you upset with be acting like they can't understand why you upset. So I was like, okay, so Teddy, you kind of trash because you walked out there like, why are you wilding out? I have no idea why you was acting like, come on, bro. You had some idea.
Yeah,
like,
and then you just walked off.
Yeah, like you're not just completely ignorant and oblivious to what was going on. You are the only person who would have known why there was any type of reason for Jada to have smoke for Tati.
Right, because everybody else looking confused in the motherfuckers.
You know, and I would respect Teddy a lot more if he would have went out there and said, okay, clearly you had an issue with me being up on Tati, but let me remind you that we never agreed to be exclusive, so you don't need to be putting your hands on nobody like that. Right. I can respect you coming out there. I have no idea why she was acting like that. And then when she said, don't stop playing with me, you know, well, we didn't say we was exclusive. Like, bro, you knew why she was upset when you went out there. I don't like that shit. Don't be fake and ignorant about shit.
He was gaslighting her.
Yeah. Because I was like, to be shit. It's like we already, Teddy, you done already got your ass beat this season. So
hello, because I mean, not that it's okay, but Donald done already put hands and feet on you. So
yeah, Sky.
I mean, not Donald, but Sky.
Yeah, Sky. But yeah, I just bravo, because even though she did it to the wrong person for the wrong reasons, Jada whooped that ass.
She did.
We haven't seen a full-fledged ass whooping in a while.
Right. Not one of that caliber.
Not one of that caliber. We've seen a hit get landed. We've seen shoving and all that stuff, but we haven't seen a bona fide ass whooping. Because that shit lasted a smooth 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, oh shit, it ain't over. Yeah, she went back, got some more, pulled her hair, was going upside her head, like punching her directly in the skull.
Directly in the skull. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't no just throwing hands. Like Jada was punching, balled up fist.
Balled up fist. Shit. I mean, she was windmilling a little bit, but she was connecting.
Yeah.
I know Tati ass needed some ibuprofen when that shit was over.
She was like that. Hey, I know y'all tired of me, but goddamn, she turned into K. Michelle. That girl beat my ass.
Truly, that was shit. We know for a fact because we saw the evidence.
Ooh, that was
truly beat your ass.
Bravo, Jada. God,
that was a passionate and emotional ass whooping on top of that.
Right. And you know it was emotional because like you said, after again, fuck you, Teddy. After she was gaslit by Teddy, she was crying and shit. She was all in her feelings. So that was she did that.
Then at the same time, like I said, we can't give her too much because she's still fucking him. So
yeah.
And she was still fucking him when they filmed their confessionals after the season was done.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, damn, does Teddy have good dick? Because y'all doing the most for him.
Right.
Crazy over him.
Right.
Shit, Kitty been mad at him at one point.
Right.
Now Jada, and I'm like, my whole thing with that is, Teddy, you a stupid, dumbass little chunky motherfucker, because why do you keep shitting where you eat? Like, bro, there's other women out there, and you're not ugly. You can get other women. You don't have to keep going after women that you work with.
Right.
It always is dramatic because you don't know how to handle yourself. You move like a dumb nigga.
You know what he moved like?
Oh, you move like a Twitter nigga.
You bit this. You do. You do it.
You cannot continue to fuck women that you work with because you don't know how to do it.
You know where I'm going with it.
Absolutely. Shit. So that was that.
Woo.
Teddy, go to hell.
Right. Can we put Teddy on the beat the fuck up list? Maybe slap the light one we got. Slap the fuck up.
Yeah, maybe just, you need to be slapped. That's you need to be slapped. You're not not on a full beat the fuck up list, but you do need to be slapped.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, to be fair, he did get slapped this season. So
well, yes.
Maybe that was early penance for some bullshit he was gonna do later, because Sky had no reason to slap him when she did.
Right.
So maybe that was the slap that he deserved, so he earned. Let's put it this way: he earned the slap that he received earlier.
Yeah.
In the season.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing else for Black Ink. I'm excited for Black Ink Chicago because now we get a whole cast of mostly good-looking people.
Right.
And
we don't have to be looking at C's on our TV or our computer screen every week.
And they haven't crossed over to goofy territory yet. So I'm excited about that. You know what they honestly need another Black Ink somewhere else, like Black Ink Miami, or we know they're not gonna do Black Ink Atlanta because them Atlantean people are not
right. Listen, them motherfuckers are in North Druid Hills. They are not with the bullshit.
Not with the bullshit. They're like, we were claiming our time, we were claiming our street, we were claiming our nights.
They look
with all that fuck shit. Y'all got to get the hell out of here.
Listen, they can't do that shit in Atlanta. Them goddamn Buckhead people like, look, we go through enough shit on J400 to be fooling around with y'all in this goddamn craziness. Fuck y'all.
Yep. So all right. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Whew. There's a lot to unpack. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I ain't said this in a while, but with this last episode, We got theater.
We really did. It might have been, it was off Broadway, but
Can't give it too much, but
it was community theater. Yes.
You know what? That's a showtime.
That was what it was. So it started off crazy because Mama D had the nerve, the gall, and the audacity to say that she raised a man and not a boy in regards to Scrappy.
To Lil Daryl.
And I want everyone to sit with that for just a second and understand the weight of those words, because words mean things.
Yeah, shout out to good sis Crystal.
Yes, shout out to Crystal at the read, but Mama D,
C-string.
In regards to Scrappy, the same nigga that proposed to his baby mama when he had a whole girlfriend backstage waiting to come out.
Ooh.
That nigga. She said she raised a man and not a boy. The nigga that have to be forced to pay child support. But she raised a man and not a boy. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I can already see where this episode is going.
Right, you already knew this was going to be.
Got myself in because I already see y'all on some bullshit.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When Mama D said that, I turned into Teddy. How Teddy was, I was blinking like a motherfucker.
I absolutely turned into the white man blinking gift. I was like, oh, sistren. Is this what we really doing? I said, oh, sweetie, no. Now, so Scrappy and Bambi are pregnant. Yay. We don't really need to go into any more detail on that.
Right.
They married, they pregnant, and of course, Scrappy is happy, and it was supposed to be a secret, but he went around telling everybody anyway. He told Mama D, who went around telling everybody anyway.
He told Stevie J and Jock, who probably gonna run around telling everybody anyway.
Right. And told who was at the table?
Rashida and Tammy.
Yeah. So congratulations to them. Although I will say Bambi, I'm a little concerned because your titties were looking a little bit plasticish. They were looking a little Barbie-ish in your confessional.
Just a hint of Mimi-ish.
Just a hint. So I'm a little concerned. But we're gonna
not full Mimi, but just
no. Not full brick tit. But I'm just a little concerned. I noticed it right away, and I was like, her titties look a little. But we'll see. So, where you want to go next? I'm gonna let you steer.
Let's mosey on over to let's get Jessica out the way. Let's get Jessica.
So Jessica Dime, her mama reminds me of like one of the aunties from a Tyler Perry movie.
Yes,
like she could absolutely be Cicely Tyson in the Meditas Family Reunion.
I was gonna go there.
Whenever we be making fun of that lady, when he does that, I die laughing every time.
Curtis, I see we in sync today because that's exactly what I was.
Niggas in sync. Niggas ain't in Paris, but they in sync.
Right. But yo, she definitely looks like she looks like every black mama. She looks like every black auntie and every black movie from the 90s that gives that church ass wisdom to the main character.
Absolutely. So it was nice that her and her mama sat down and talked it out and worked it out, and her mama was very, very excited about her being pregnant. However, I will not let it slide that her man did that shit behind her. Like, y'all need to stop doing that to people. Like, if someone says I'm not ready or it needs to be on my terms, don't be trying to force people to because you don't. You know why? Because we've seen what happens when you try to force people. We see that in Tommy. Now, we just lucky that Jessica Dime was pregnant and her situation with her mama was not as volatile as Tommy's is with her mama, but you don't know what you're gonna get when you try to force people to make up.
It was a dice roll. Now, like I said, thankfully, you know, it worked out, and that's the thing. Like, I know Sean had good intentions.
He had good intentions, and I won't take that away from him. However, as someone who has those issues with their family and who has had people try to manipulate them into making up, I don't like that shit. Like, let people come together on their own terms, or at the very least, don't. He could have been like, "Hey, I bought your mama a ticket. She's flying out to see you." Like, but some things don't need. When people have a bad relationship, that doesn't need to be a surprise.
Right?
A surprise is, oh, surprise, I'm proposing. Surprise, we pregnant. Not surprise, your mama that you don't fuck with is at your doorstep. Like that. Don't do that. Because what if Jessica was in a different stage and in a different set of emotions, and she just slammed the door in her mama's face? Like, that would have been fucked up.
Right. And now you got both of them mad, and they both gonna be mad at you.
Right. While you in Idaho or whatever the fuck. And I get it. You know, he want her to have somebody because he know he not gonna be around, but I still feel like he should have. She said it. You know, give me some time. Let me come to it on my own terms, and versus trying to force me into it.
Right. So, I like what Jessica. Listen, Jessica done been in enough mess and done whooped enough ass on that show to where, you know what, I'm okay with her storyline. She's just gonna be as cute and pregnant as she want to be, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's sweet. We don't need too much from it.
Well, yeah.
But it's nice.
But like, you know, I don't think we are, because like we only get like a couple of just a dime scenes like every other episode or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. We only get a little bit, and probably we only got as much as we got just because I mean, if we're gonna be honest, they pretty much exploited her bad relationship with her mama for the sake of a minor storyline. But it is loving. It is reality TV, so
it's Mona Scott. So
I mean, because I'm just thinking about it, like if I got on, if they had real gays that don't play Houston, and they cast me, I couldn't be mad if they were like, well, you don't have a relationship with your parents and we're going to try to make that a storyline. I would not agree to it and we would have an issue, but I could see that being reality TV gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what else you got?
So let us discuss Miss Piggy, aka Keely.
So chicharrones.
Not the thing that happened at the party, but to sit down with her and that would lead into the
I'm gonna start calling her porchetta.
You know what? I like it. I like it.
You know, it's been a long time since somebody has been new on a reality TV show and looked and sounded as stupid as Keely does
on a consistent basis.
Like, she got Erica Mena's return to reality TV beat.
Listen,
and I don't know how, because Erica Mena looks the fuck stupid on this show.
You would expect someone that has been looking as consistently the fuck stupid as Erica Mena would have a storyline like what Keely got, but now.
Keely said any means necessary.
Keely is the rookie of the year, because goddamn.
Because she been in so much. She only been in what, 4 or 5 episodes? She been in more mess than some people have been in multiple seasons.
Listen, goddamn, like she is Ben Simmons out this bitch. She is the rookie of the year of mess. Goddamn.
Like Jesus H. So she sounded.
So I forget his name.
Who?
Her. What is his name?
Oh, Bachi.
Yeah, Bocce. So Bocce coming. So Bocce like, hey, man, look, I'm finna sit here and talk down with you like this. Like you, why did you withhold this information from me?
Yo, when he walked in there and said what he said, Keely too turned into the white man blinking gift. She was caught off guard, and then she went into defensive mode and started raising her voice.
Like and I think you clocked that last week. She always do that shit.
Yeah, when you wrong or when you don't have an adequate comeback, that's what people do. They start raising they start escalating the situation because they can't handle getting the truth being thrown at them, to be quite honest, because he had valid points. And it just,
and you know what?
I'm not a baby mama, but it just sounds stupid to me to have Keely saying, well, you never asked me for his exact identity, so I didn't tell you. And it's like, okay, but I know him. We run in the same circles. We have been around each other. Like, why would you not volunteer that? If it was just some Joe Schmo from down the street that don't nobody know and has never heard of, okay, I could get it. But not somebody that your man actually knows.
And that
is crazy to me.
And this is the other thing, and like I don't know like what people be saying about the show on social media, because I think Candace be catching it live. I don't catch it as live as I used to. But the thing, and we'll get to it a little bit later when we talk about the thing that happened at the party, the reason it's relevant is because this nigga don't want to be in a situation where he has unnecessary issues with the father of your child.
Or just looks like just in general.
Right. Like this, he don't want none of that. He don't want none of that smoke. So yeah, it does matter. Like, yeah, it would be like, okay, this is the father of your child's mother. I mean, the father of your child, whatever. Okay, well, let me not try to get into no shit with this dude that really don't need to be happening, because as long as like Candace said last week, your business with the father of your child is your business. Just keep me out of it. And that's literally his whole demeanor. Just like, I don't have no shit and keep me out of the shit. Okay, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
And then Kilo, goddamn, if Peppa Pig was a thought in a wig, ass get defensive and start yelling her, talking about
check me, boo. Check yourself. You don't check me about my baby. That girl, you sound dumb as fuck.
Sounding the fuck stupid, talking about. And again, that thing where when she gets defensive, she starts gassing herself more than she should, because it's like, sister, stop.
You are wrong.
God damn it, Curtis. Not only are you wrong, but at the very least, you can say Bocce is a club promoter. We know what he does. We still don't know what the fuck you do.
She don't do anything. Didn't Candace say it last week?
Other than staying missed.
Google don't know you, sis.
We can Google Bocce. We can't Google you.
Google does not know who you are.
Google like this bitch
Google knows who Just Brittany is.
Yes.
We don't know who No Keely is.
Yes.
So Kibbles and Bits, you can kick rock.
Shit, Google know who Tokyo is. We don't know you.
Google. The same site that we refer people to all the time, so that they will not be out here looking stupid. The information is there. However, the information is unavailable for you. How, Sway?
How? But you a boss though.
How you a boss and you're not Googleable?
Right.
How, Sway? How? So yeah, that whole scene, I was just like, and shout out to Bocce is like, listen, before I lose my temper, I'm gonna leave.
God bless you. That's the other thing I like about Bocce. That nigga leave off with a goddamn like, God bless you, or like the blood of Jesus just.
But he shaded first because he was like, it looks like you have some important scribbling to do. And I was like, so is that shade to the fact that she don't actually do shit? She don't have.
That's how I took it. That's how I took
it, because I was like, if that's the case, this is immaculate shade. Bocce, my kind of nigga. That's my kind of carrying on.
That's how I took it. When I said that, I was like, because I too, when he said that, my ears perked up. I'm like, oh.
You have some important scribbling to do. I was like, oh, spicy.
Right, spicy.
That was shit. That was habanero there. I was like, okay.
I was like, spicy in the Mona multiverse.
Indeed.
I was like, ooh. I was like, you're right. That's my type of carrying on.
And I like Bocce too because he is like very no nonsense. He told her flat out, "You're not invited to my event."
Right.
Light of everything going on and the fact that you can't stay your porky ass out of drama, you're not invited.
Correct.
Because any other situation, you know, that would have been some shit where they waited until the actual day of the party to be like, don't come. Or, you know, he told her flat out, I ain't even started putting the shit together yet and you ain't invited.
Right. I don't even know who gonna be detailing security this shit, but you not coming.
Right. I have no details. But one.
But right. But one.
You ain't coming. So, shout out to Bocce. That's my kind of carrying on.
Hey, Bocce,
I believe in being very direct and to the point. You don't have to be rude because a lot of people conflate keeping it real and being direct with being rude. You don't have to be rude, but he definitely kept it blunt.
He was stern. He was stern and firm.
He was stern and firm.
So, good.
Just looking like the pulled pork sandwich that she looked like.
Looking like a. You know what Keely looked like? Like Keely looks like if you put a double quarter pounder from McDonald's and some water and threw a wig on it, it would be her.
Ugh. That sounds disgusting. You know what Keely looked like? Keely looked like raw pork butt when Guy Fieri be going to people's restaurants and putting his fingers in their food. Like that's all I see. I see that with a wig every time she come on the screen. Every time he goes somewhere and they have some kind of pork product and they throw out that big ass pork butt. And I better look at Keely on here.
Listen, Shade and Keely is gonna be all perfect. It's gonna be our favorite pastime
because it applies.
It applies so much.
Because if you don't give us a reason to shade you, we don't.
That's true. That is true.
But not only are you on here looking like a pork breakfast, then you on here you being stupid. You don't do the things that you say you do. You acting crazy towards Just Brittany. You acting like you a boss when you not. You are an employee.
Acting crazy towards Sierra.
Acting crazy towards Bocce. Being messy. Acting crazy towards Sierra. Being trash. Hook and shoot up with your alleged sister or whatever the shit was. Like, just if you insist on being trash the whole time, then yes, we're gonna shade your ass. Just like when Bravo Andy told Kim, you didn't give us anything positive to show for the season. That's Keely.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least the other people we can see most of the time, both sides of the story, even though it could be difficult. With Keely, it's one side of the story in this track.
And that she always in the wrong.
And she always in the wrong. She always strong, loud, and wrong.
Now, speaking of strong, Sierra,
the MVP.
Standing ovation.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
Yeah. When Sierra showed up and went upside Keely's head with that big ass purse, I was like, oh, this is excellent. Contact.
Yo, you know how good that shit was? She hit her and it immediately cut the commercial break. Immediately.
Yeah.
Because normally that, like with a fight break out, they give you like a few seconds for the reaction and for security to come in. Then they close the commercial. No, they were like, cut.
They were not prepared for that. They were prepared for her to lunge at Keely, so they were ready for her body They wasn't ready for her to swing that big ass purse.
That purse connected, then the body, then she jumped. But goddamn, Sierra, bravo.
Listen, Sierra slung that purse like that episode of Malcolm in the Middle when Dewey was fighting them bullies and he put that brick in that purse.
Yes, my God. So why are we here? Why are we here? Because that kind of, you know what the other part about that was? Normally that shit happened in like the end of the episode.
Oh no.
That shit happened damn near at the beginning, damn near.
Damn near. They was like, oh, we have plenty for you on this episode. So here's a juicy morsel.
Yeah, listen, and speaking of juicy, because my God, that I have not, listen, we might have to change it to, listen, Sierra is a queen. She is like, you know what? I'm going to throw a purse and connect, not drinks.
Yep. Drinks don't hurt. This purse will.
Right.
Right upside your head.
Right. I'm talking about accurate. Like she didn't miss. Because like normally when somebody do some shit like that, they'll miss. No. No.
Keely said, I'm not Keely. Sierra said, I'm not gonna put the effort forward if I'm not gonna make contact.
Right.
Y'all ain't gonna have me out here looking stupid.
Sierra was like the opposite of Bacha. She was like the blood of Jesus came over me to connect upside this bitch head.
Okay, the blood of Jesus ain't gonna save you from this.
Right? That's said on the stone.
And it was well deserved.
Well, we have been waiting for somebody to beat Keely the fuck up.
I mean, in general, yes, but Sierra in particular. Yeah. I mean, with what
she deserves.
All the shit that Keely been talking about, Sierra, she deserved that ass whooping.
She deserved. And you know how I know. We might not have seen it, and y'all can drag me. You know, I might be wrong or whatever. You know how I really believe that we just didn't see because of the way the camera angles and stuff with the producers and the security guards. I really believe before they got to them, Sierra beat her ass. I really believe. I really do. Because it took them a minute to separate them.
I really hope so because she
deserves.
She deserves it. And she deserves another one. She deserved to get her ass beat the way Jada beat Tati ass.
Right. For several things. At that party alone. Several things. So, first and foremost, and we'll get to her little storyline in a minute, but first and foremost, I know it's messy as hell. I know it is. But goddamn if Tokyo didn't set that shit up. Goddamn.
Masterfully.
You know what?
That was a chess move.
Chess, not checkers, because it was messy, but you know what? I'll allow it because it really was the messing part of it was so Keely could look the fuck stupid. And not only did she look the fuck stupid, she got beat the fuck up.
Yep.
So you know what? I'll allow it.
Even Tokyo was like, oh, I wasn't expecting all that. Shit, but I'm glad I'm here and in attendance.
Right. I'm thankful to be in the number because goddamn.
So, but can we talk about how, and this is why Keely got what she deserved, because you showed up to this event that you were specifically not invited to.
Right. Also, can't tell me where I can't go. Ma'am, are you the fuck okay?
Right. Like he not telling you where you can't go. This is an event.
His event.
Escort you out, and you lucky that you even were able to get in because he should have had a list. He should have had a list with you not on it, so you wouldn't even be able to get in. But production, so
right, of course. And then not only that, you're gonna bring a +1.
Not only did she bring a +1, she brought the chick that she hooked Shooter up with.
Girl,
are you crazy?
Are you the fuck stupid at a show, at an event with someone that you know don't fuck with you because you talking mad breezer about Shooter's wife who he cheated on and mistreated and this, that, and the third. What? Are you that's why she needed to get beat the fuck up because not only is she messy, but again, consistently looking the fuck stupid.
And you know, with her, she feel like that's a boss move, and it's like, nope.
That's actually a pawn.
That ain't even an hourly employee move.
That ain't even a volunteer move.
Listen, that was just foolish.
That was a move that get you beat the fuck up like you did.
That was a move that gave you exactly what you deserved.
Beat the fuck up. So first and foremost, also little side tip. Couple of things. One, Sean Garrett is ugly. I just feel like that's an important point to make.
I mean, he definitely looks like a turtle on the half shell. So turtle power.
You know what? You know what he looks like? I don't know. And Curtis, I might have to Google it and text it to you. But you remember that damn pig monster from Power Rangers that ate the food, and they had to beat him by giving him healthy food and shit. Remember that monster?
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
That's what he looked like. I'm gonna Google the shit and send it to you. But that's what he looked like to me.
He looks like he looks like something with some sauce. You know what he looked like? He looked like Ronnie Etouffee.
God damn it! That is hilarious for a reason that we won't get into, but I do have shave almond on my tongue. But we just
that was specifically for Jeremy and Candace.
God damn it! Hey, when this come out, Candace go text us in the group chat like, "You motherfuckers."
We're gonna be like, y'all just can't help yourselves. But I said what the fuck I said. Hey,
but now I can't get that image right. but yes, I just wanted to make a point that he is ugly. The other point, even though she hadn't been in as much mess because that has clearly gone to Keely, Carly Red don't deserve nice things.
Yeah, Carly's still messy though.
Because why the fuck do you have so much angst towards Jock if you truly over Jock? And Jock was just being courteous.
He was just trying to be cordial.
Right.
Why are you talking to me like you too old for this? You allegedly 39.
Allegedly.
So why you can't be in a space with somebody that you're not with no more that's being courteous to you and just be like, hey, and leave it at that? Why you got to be extra?
Right.
And you continue to do that shit. And Sean Garrett was like, well, let me tell you what I'm not here for. I'm not here for the mess. And I'm not here for the drama. And I told you that. How the fuck we go to an event and I end up sit on my ass?
Yo, again, shout out to Jock. Jock was hilarious. Jock is fucking hilarious with this episode. Jock was like, Sean, are you okay?
Man down.
Goddamn, Jock.
And let me tell you, because when Sean Garrett hit that ground, keeping with the turtle motif, he definitely looked like a turtle flipped over.
He looked like one when you flip over Koopa and Mario.
Mm-hmm. Legs just flailing. He knocked Carly ass down.
Right. He was like a Life Alert commercial. You don't fall and he can't get up.
Yep, he sure was. He sure was. But the gag is Carly, old ass, is probably the one wearing the Life Alert. But anyway.
But yes. But, you know, that was off to me. But listen, let me tell you something. When goddamn, again, this is why Bocce, I like Bocce. Because motherfucking Blue Da Vinci popped up. And you could tell they tried to set it up where they was thinking that it was going to be some drama with the camera angles and how everybody got quiet and shit. But him and goddamn Bocce just sat down and just had a conversation like two grown-ass adults. Like, look.
I liked the way Blue Da Vinci handled himself with Bocce.
Yes.
Because he was just flat out like, I don't give a damn who Keely McRib looking ass is sleeping with. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right, and if you happen to come around my son, because we know each other again, which is why it was stupid as fuck on Keely part, because we know each other, if you happen to come around my son, I don't mind. I just want to see my damn son.
Right. Blue Da Vinci, he reminds me of my biological father when he was like, I just want to see my baby. My biological father, every time I talk to him, I say, you my baby. You my baby. You come out the womb. And I'd be like, sir, calm down. Like, I am 33 years old. I get it.
Right. This is okay, Dad. Okay.
Yeah, he sounded just like my dad. So I shout out to him, because like I said, I like the way he handled himself. Yeah, and I'm going to challenge you, because I just got this picture that you sent me. I don't think Sean Garrett looks like this. I think Keely looks like this. Like, I see Keely. That's all I see.
Fair. Okay.
That's all I see. So fair. Yeah, I'm gonna challenge you on that one, friend.
It's fine. That's fair. I won't.
Challenges when Blue Da Vinci and Keely had their little conversation. And again, like, he lost his temper a little bit, and you can tell there's a lot of bad blood there. But we've been hearing throughout the season that Keely has been keeping that boy away from him. So it's kind of, we don't know what is the truth. We don't know the truth. The Black Panther do not know the truth. However, I think it's fair that if it is true that he had the reaction that he had, and then he reined it in, he calmed himself down and was like, can we just meet and sit down and talk this out like adults? I just want to see my son.
You know, that is fair. Like you said, Curtis, we don't know the truth. But again, what we know several things. We know, one, we've been hearing this about Keely all season.
And like Candace said on the previous show, we keep hearing, like, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right. Not only that, two, it's real hard. And listen, I get it. I know niggas be lying, men are trash. I get it. However, it is real hard to take Keely's word as fact, because of how
way more trash than anybody else.
She's been in way more trash, been in way more mess. So until we get the proof otherwise, which again we might do, because again we don't know the truth, but I am willing to give Blue Da Vinci the benefit of the doubt that Keely doesn't deserve, just based on how she's moved throughout this season.
Right. For the time being.
Yes. Now again, it might come out different, because you can't root for niggas for too long.
Right. But I think it's fair to say that we can't root for Keely either. So
right. Listen, this child.
I would never root.
I would rather root for a rock before I root for Keely.
The only thing I'll root for Keely to do is get beat up.
Right. And that she did.
Right. But I want somebody to put them paws on her.
Right. See, Sierra gave a hell of an effort.
Hands and feet, because she deserves.
Yes. So speaking of,
and one more thing before we move on from Keely. Keely. Oh no, we already talked about that. I just want to highlight again. She remind her that she calls herself a professional.
And said that Just Brittany is not professional.
Unprofessional. I've never heard of a professional person showing up to an event that they're not invited to, or an event that they specifically are uninvited to or not invited to.
Right.
I've never heard a professional person doing that.
From the person that literally is throwing the event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again,
like you felt some kind of way because that was your man doing it, but that's his work.
Right.
And so then after Keely got her head rocked, Bocce was like, get everybody out. Get everybody out. Get them out of my event. And I was like, you should have done that from the beginning, but production.
Right. But production and storyline.
I just don't see Bocce letting that shit happen, because you can tell he cares a lot about his reputation.
Right. He is there to work.
He is there to secure the bag and hopefully secure future bags.
Right. He like, look, I know this a show, this a TV show, reality show, but also too, and as well, I am here for work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but listen, let me tell you something. Sierra walked in that goddamn. Hey, you got to give Sierra her roses this episode because goddamn, she walked in like, oh, here this simple bitch go. Well, right. I wasn't expecting it, but since we here.
And then, who did she show up with? So she showed up with Bachi's girlfriend.
Yes.
So we gotta take a little bit off of Bachi's name,
just a little bit,
because that is trash. However, I'm not fucked with because fuck Keely.
Do you know what? It again, in the words of Chris Rock, it ain't right, but I understand. Yeah,
right. Because any other situation, I'd have been like, that's fucked up. But I was like,
sometimes it's just that the person is so trash that even if it's fucked up to him, you just don't give a fuck. And that's how I feel about this shit with Keely. Like, yeah, Bachi got a whole new bitch on the side. Yeah, is it fucked up? But it's Keely, so I don't give a damn, and I'll be trash for that. I own it. I'm sorry, because I really don't give a fuck. Yep. I really don't give a fuck. Fuck Keely. I'm sorry. Like, listen. Keely has been talking so much shit about
all that shit and has literally nothing to back it up.
Listen,
no receipts.
It is something poetic about how she been talking so much shit about Sierra for abandoning Shooter, quote unquote, because Shooter done cheated on Sierra, mistreated Sierra, got whole ass babies on Sierra. And it's just something poetic about Keely talking about Sierra, like just fuck Sierra because she ain't being there for Shooter, quote unquote.
Basically, Keely be like, Sierra ain't no real bitch. However,
your whole
wrong, beloved.
But that too also in Weird Friend. But it is so poetic that the main shit that you're getting on Sierra for, your boyfriend is basically Shooter to you, but without the kids. I just find that poetic to me.
But I feel, yeah, it is. And I feel like Keely is the kind of person that is so stuck on themselves and think they so much better than they are that I'm sure she has no idea.
You know what Keely is? Keely is one of them. It could be me. We are in sync this week, friend. We are in sync.
Listen, we watched that shit as one, clearly, because
Keely is definitely one of them child sis. Keely is one of them women on Twitter, sis. It couldn't be me. Well, actually, sis.
It is.
it is. So you might want to be humble just a little bit.
Might want to humble. You might
not want to type in all caps.
Pork belly. Just a bit.
Just a bit. Might not want to tap in all caps. Might want to use sans serif font.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then Sierra. I like how everybody else around. My nigga Jock is fucking hilarious. Jock was like, oh, what do we have going on here?
Jock was like, oh, this a brawl.
Right. Jock was like, this is some carrying on here. He was like, is it just me or did Sierra reach all the way back? I like Jockey way.
Yeah, she reached all the way to the West Coast to sling that purse. That's what he said, something like that.
Yes, to that effect, but deservedly, because I like how Sierra. This is the other thing about Keely. Again, she ain't no real bitch. You talking all that shit to Sierra face, but did not keep that same energy when you seen her.
Nope.
You trying to be cordial and shit until Sierra was like, "Oh no, girl, fuck the bullshit. You been talking mad shit about me over this."
I know what you been saying, bitch.
Right, but now you want to act cordial and shit. Even when she did it to Tokyo, she was trying to be cordial to Tokyo, and then you up here.
Right. Congratulations on your album release. Shut up.
Shut your pork belly looking ass.
Tokyo was like, thank you.
Right.
Knowing that she had something brewing.
Right. Again, that's my type of carrying on.
I was like, oh, y'all have reached deep into the satchel of petty.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I'm here for it because again, fuck Keely. So I'm here for it.
Right. So basically, let's move on because this is definitely turned into a fuck Keely says.
I mean, we literally can do that every week though, honestly.
Shit, we probably could make a whole episode out of it. However,
yes,
we have other things to cover.
Yes. So speaking of Sean Garrett, so Carly wanting him to put a ring on it.
And I'm like, how long have y'all been together? Like, what, a month?
If that,
I can't tell how long they've been together, but clearly not long enough for her to have no ring on her finger.
Hey, Sean Garrett was like, a what?
He said, girl, you crazy.
he was like, you want a what? And he kept saying, he said, you want a what? A ring. You want a what? A ring. You want a what? I was like, God damn.
You want a ring pop?
Right. You want circus rings? You want onion rings? Because a wedding ring on what? On who? You say what to who? You go
a promissory ring?
Right?
Oh, ma'am. No.
No, ma'am, no spam. He was like, first of all, you too damn messy.
Yeah.
That basically with him. He was like, hey, that nigga got knocked to the floor. He was like, I don't know if I could do this shit.
He was in his bag about that.
He was like, this bitch too messy.
This is the kind of shit that I do. I don't go out. I don't leave the comfort of my abode to go to no parties and be knocked on my ass. That's not what my life is about.
You're right. He like, we got to contemplate some thing. He like, I'm putting your ass on timeout.
He really was.
Hey, he literally was. But you know what?
Go ahead.
But you know what? I guess you maybe can give Carla half a point because she was like, okay, I ain't gonna be messing with. Again, we know it's because it's Carla, but she obviously cared for this nigga because she said she was gonna change, but that's yet to be seen.
I mean, production. We don't know
that new writer.
I feel like this is gonna be a flop because Carly Red does not know how not to be messy. Because after she said that, wasn't there somewhere else in the episode where she was being messy?
No, when she was being messy was before that. Because after that whole brawl, then because we got two scenes when we got a scene after that brawl, we got a scene in Sierra's shop where they was talking about the shit. That's when Carla was being messy, and it was juxtaposed to the scene with Blue Da Vinci and Bachi and Shooter up there looking with his retired dreads and shit, talking about the events too. But the scene with Sean and Carla, that came towards the end of the episode, right before we cut to that shit with Tokyo and her man.
I just feel like Carly Red is...
It's Carla, so you can't trust her not to be missing.
I don't know if you've seen the episode of American Dad when Roger tried to be nice and he started to shrivel up and die.
That's Carly if she tried not to be messy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if Carly Red is not messy, she already looked like Mum Ra.
But she do. You know what? Hey, you know what Carly looked like? Remember Ramses from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
You know, Carly Red looked like Imhotep before he got his full fleshy body back.
All right. Let's just move on. All right.
So I think you kind of said it a little bit. Oh, wait. Before we get to the last thing, which is Tobias and Tokyo, I want to pose the question: are Stevie J, Jock, and Scrappy legends? They feel like they are, and to an extent, I could see a case being made for Stevie J.
Yeah, as a producer, I could see a case being made.
His previous work.
Yeah.
But Jock and Scrappy,
I too had that question when they said that because I was like, you can make a case for Stevie based on, his past work as a producer and the resume and the hits under his belt. But Jock and Scrappy, I mean, not even by local standards. Like, I wouldn't even put them as Atlanta legends.
I mean, because I'm just, this is no shade, y'all. But I don't know any legend that ends up on Love and Hip Hop. And I'm
just saying.
Legends, if they do reality TV, they get their own show.
Because I was going to say, I mean, T.I., you could make a case, but that was their own show. It wasn't Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
It's different
with Love and Hip Hop because we all know everybody goes on Love and Hip Hop to try to restart their career or start a brand new career.
Right.
Nobody is going on Love and Hip Hop because they legendary status and they never have fallen off, and they just going on there because they want to.
Right. You don't see Ludacris on Love and Hip Hop.
Nope. I mean,
you don't see Outkast on Love and Hip Hop.
I don't know if I would consider Ludacris a legend either, but
you know,
Outkast, I'm with you. You don't see Outkast on there. You don't see nobody from Goody Mob on there.
Right. I mean, I'm just
saying. You know, but you know, you do have to feel like you the baddest motherfucker around, especially I feel like in the entertainment industry. So
yeah, good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. And another thing, Jock, as you've been saying, Jock is hilarious. He was hilarious in this scene too, because when Scrappy was like, "Yeah, me and the band, we having a baby," and Jock was like, "Which wife, right?" I was laughing at that part. Which wife, right? He's like, "I know how y'all niggas do, because I do the same."
Right? I was like, Jock is. Listen, Jock as an auxiliary character with without his own storyline, and even if you don't give him a storyline, just with the, you know, like you said last week, I'm here for Hair Salon storyline, having Jock with him just being an auxiliary character that's just here for the jokes. I love it.
I feel honestly, Jock is better without a storyline, without a messy storyline. He's better.
Yes,
he's the comedic relief that we didn't know we needed on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yes, and especially with his timing.
Yep.
So, but now
got that. And then last thing, Stevie really sat up there lying about Echelon like he don't know good that he is only fucking her and she does not have a marketable talent.
Again, shout out to Jock. Jock was like, I done heard this line before. Oh, was that Scrap?
One of them. Shit, and they did not lie.
Right. Because
I'm like, you have said it yourself multiple times that she cannot headline a showcase on her own.
Right.
So why are you keeping this lie going? You just wanted to fuck.
Exactly, because Estishan does not have any talent. I mean, let's just she pretty, and again, she looked good in that lingerie. That's about it.
Yeah, but egg drop soup is not it.
Egg drop soup. Curtis, get off this goddamn podcast. Egg drop soup.
She is not it. She's not it. So that was my last thought.
Man. Oh, that is hilarious, Curtis.
We can wrap this up with Tobias and Tokyo, and let me start off by saying it, and then you can get your hot takes off. Their relationship is tired. Like, I'm already exhausted by it.
Yep.
It's not giving me anything, and
Tokyo needs to be like Jock, an auxiliary character without a messy storyline.
No, she doesn't need to be an auxiliary character. What she needs to minimize the mess.
Yeah.
You know, like the way the orchestration that she did for the destruction of Keely. Keep it at that level. Like, you don't need to be directly tied to mess. Like, every episode, we don't need to see you going back and forth with Tobias.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was absolutely right. When he called her out for being insecure because she a virgin, he was right. Because as soon as anybody says anything to Tokyo, she charging him up. And I'm like, are they providing any facts?
Right.
Are they giving you anything?
Because her alleged reasoning was that a partner, quote unquote, of hers said that they saw Tobias having ice cream with a woman not named Tokyo when she was out of the city.
But is that not insecurity? Like, so your boyfriend can't even talk to another woman? That sounds insecure to me.
It do, and
he don't have a history of doing you wrong. He have a history of being falsely accused, but he hasn't actually done anything. He did not do the things with Carly that Keely tried to claim that he did. That was the whole reason for you setting Keely up.
Right, because it was Keely that said it.
And so then somebody else say something about him and you believe the worst.
Right.
It was. And so can we talk about the irony? I think that's the right term. The irony of Tobias getting charged up for being there for his ex when she had a death in the family versus Sierra getting dragged for allegedly not being there for Shooter.
Yeah, that juxtaposition.
I said, okay. I see what y'all, Mona and Cole, I see what y'all doing.
I see what you see the juxtaposition. I see what you did though.
I see that juxtaposition. I'm like, okay.
Okay. You trying, Mona. You trying.
Y'all trying to do a little better with the script writing. However, then it took a turn for the worse because the script was so bad that Tobias couldn't even keep a straight face. That nigga started laughing. He couldn't even deliver his lines without a giggle.
That's how you know Tobias like, I ain't studying this shit.
I ain't studying it. Like I mean, I've never believed that their relationship was even real. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck.
I mean, if we
y'all try to come for my immaculate edges, it don't have nothing to do with either one of them. It don't have nothing to do with how they look. Their chemistry does not give me. Let me rephrase. Their lack of chemistry.
There you go.
Gives me this ain't a real relationship.
Exactly.
Because they don't have no chemistry. And they look like homeboy and homegirl.
Yeah.
Hell, they look like cousins.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. It ain't got nothing to do with her size or anything. It's just that they have no chemistry, like, at all.
None. They got about as much chemistry as the Black Widow and Bruce Banner in the MCU.
You know what? Perfect comparison. Perfect comparison. It's like y'all trying to make Fetch happen.
Stop trying to make Fetch happen.
Stop it.
Like if y'all gonna give her a love interest and let her have a real love, like let us see a plus size woman like her doing her thing, getting her money, getting her music career off the ground, and having love. Like we don't need to see this tired ass trope of her being insecure and chasing after a skinny dude and going through all this. Like we don't need this.
Right. Well, like Candace said, the insecure fat girl trope.
Right. Exactly. We don't need that. And we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't need y'all using her virginity as a punchline either.
Yeah, because soon as she told the rest of the girls, they were using that shit as a punchline. It's like
everybody start laughing. It's like just like Carly Red laughing. It's like just because you got to go to NTB and get your shit tuned up after a certain amount of mileage does not mean that you should be sitting here making fun of Tokyo for not having done anything with Tobias. Like, let's calm down.
God damn it, Curtis.
Just because you get a vaginal rejuvenation every 3 months, Carly, like calm the fuck down.
Your old batteries plus ass.
Right. Oh, Radio Shack ass pussy. Like calm your stuff down.
Right.
You're trying to get a ring after you've been with a nigga for 3 minutes. Get the fuck out.
You know the shade, the irony, the shade, the self-drag.
The self-drag.
Self-drag.
And I'm just helping your ass along.
But yeah, but I wasn't even gonna get into kind of like the things because about like, you know, oh well, why is Tobias with an ex or whatever? Because again, he couldn't even deliver the lines, so I don't even want to get into the logistics of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just leave it at what I said because that was really it. But that whole, like I said, he couldn't even deliver the lines without laughing, and she trying to hit him, and security got to come. I was like, okay, this is like I want this to be the end of this.
Yeah, like if this is their storyline, let this storyline wrap up, and then he just go on about his business, and she go get to the money because it's tired and we don't need it.
Yeah, like you got an album or whatever, or EP.
Allegedly.
Concentrate on that. Like, do your shows, do your thing, and you don't need to be chasing after no nigga when you trying to get your career off the ground.
Right. So good to hell luck, everybody.
And we can end it with the last little tidbit. I think it was like I don't know if that was the whole scene or if it's that thing where they show part of the scene and then the next episode they show the rest of it. But Jasmine, sweetie, your wig is horrible. And both you and what's the girl name?
I think she was talking to Tierra, I think.
Yeah, you and Tierra, y'all both sound stupid because y'all continue to try to bring Rashida into that shit, just being messy and wrong. I have yet to understand why you are so keen to talk to Rashida. What is gonna come?
No, wait. I don't think they were talking about Rashida in that episode. They were talking about Kirk because they were saying Kirk.
They were talking about Kirk and how she don't feel. They trying to force him to see that kid, but she still want to talk to Rashida. They did say that. That's why they going to that event because they know Kirk and Rashida gonna be there, or at least Kirk will be there.
I got the part where they were talking about Kurt don't see the baby, but I must not have caught that part. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I'm like, leave Rashida alone, girl. She going through enough because of your ass.
I mean,
it's not just because of you, but why you keep fucking with her?
I'm still mad at Rashida putting that damn tape on that TV. I'm sorry.
I'm like, just because you put tape on the TV don't mean only half of the screen gonna come alive, right? Hopefully you do.
You goddamn it, Rashida. But yes, I agree.
But yeah, I'm like, first and foremost, you don't need to disrespect Rashida's presence with your wig looking the way it does, Jasmine. Get your wig right before you start trying to do all this sneaky shit. We're gonna force him to be in the kid's life. That's not how life works.
Right.
If either you get the court to do it or drop it. And that's sad. It sucks, but it is what it is. Like, you can't force no man to do nothing he don't want to do.
Right. Even if it's the right thing to do, you can't force him.
And I'm like, and you already knew Kirk was trash because you knew who he was when you went after him and you fucked him. So now you can't sit up here and that he trash. He the same trash towards you that he is towards his wife and every other woman.
I was about to say, and then after the fact, had other women coming to you saying, "Yeah, girl, he did the same shit to me too," and it's like, well, damn, Jasmine. Like,
I mean, if he is trash to his wife, what you think he gonna be to you?
Child,
and then he a fuck nigga, so he got that mindset of you ruining my life by having gotten pregnant.
Right.
So what did you expect? Like, get the fuck out of here. They look stupid. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they named, like, she was still saying, I'm trying to talk to Rashida. And that was part of the reason why they go into that event. Because they like, either we going to get Rashida or we going to get Kurt. One of them or both of them going to be there.
All right. We'll see. I don't think in that clip that they showed Rashida, they did show Kirk and he was looking the fuck.
They did show Kirk. I don't know if Rashida was even there.
Yeah.
They did show Kirk.
So, and then they showed what that girl Spice getting into it with Jasmine, which I'm not saying Jasmine don't need to get beat the fuck up, but I'm just trying to figure out like why Spice of all people inserted herself in the shit. But
I mean, and see, that's the thing. It's just like, I don't want to say that Jasmine is disingenuous, but
because I don't think she's disingenuous either.
It feels like you're more concerned with securing a storyline than you are with getting Kirk to actually be a father to your son.
I can see it.
It feels like it because I don't get why you're not going through the proper channels. Like
either that or what I think, and I could be wrong. I think I think the proper channels. Here's my thing about Jasmine. I agree with you. I don't think it's disingenuous, but it looks that way. But I think she's gone through the proper channels to try to get Kirk to be in the child's life, and that hasn't worked because again, Kirk is a fuck nigga, and
right. And that's you have to leave it at that. You can't.
Yeah, she's not
do it on your own and bringing other people into your drama just because the person is not receptive to you having tried to go through the proper channels. Like that's not. You don't try to escalate the shit.
Yeah.
Because you get to court and you not get because you want him to be in the child's life. Nobody can force him to be there for that child. The only thing they can do is force him to be financially responsible.
Right.
There's no court. There's nobody. There's nothing that you can do to force Kirk to be a father to that child. So now you look stupid and you look desperate on this show because you're trying to make fetch happen. And I'm not saying she wrong for wanting Kirk to be a father to that child, but you popping up on him at an event and saying when you gonna come see the child, that's not gonna make him do right.
Right. You know what Jasmine is? Jasmine is one of those people that on Twitter that can't take their L's in silence.
Ooh.
And I'll leave it at that. Cause
I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I don't understand, and I don't understand the full plight of a single mother trying to get the father to do right by their child. But what I do understand is these little mean girl methods that you're trying, they haven't worked so far, and they're not going to work.
Right.
Kirk's main focus is trying to get Rashida back. He don't give a fuck what you do or what you say.
Right. And it seems like he don't get, which again, I get it because it's fucked up, but it seems like he don't give a fuck about you or that child. Which is nothing, which again is fucked up objectively, and I get it, but it's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do. You can't force him to give a damn.
Right.
And no mother in the history of the human race has ever been able to force a man to give a damn about a child that he chose not to give a damn about.
Right.
He don't want to give up his comfortable life. He don't want to lose Rashida. He don't want to give up his comfortable life. And his oldest daughter don't want to lose her comfortable life. That's why
that's why she looking the fuck stupid.
Right. So I get it. Like I said, I don't think it's disingenuous that she wants Kirk to be a father to that child, but you moving real funny in the light, sis.
Agreed.
You going about it the wrong way. So I think that was it for Love and Hip Hop. We had a lot of thoughts. We had a lot of thoughts. Woo!
Yes, we had a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
So
you don't even go here.
Oh, that is a classic.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh. So I think we filled in. I think we made Candace proud. She gonna talk about us in the group chat, but it's fine.
They'll let us know because she don't give a damn.
Right, that's true too. Right. So we will be back next week. And we'll have more feelings and thoughts and hot takes. Like I said, basketball wise starts Monday, which is probably when y'all gonna hear this shit. You know, when depending on when Classic put the shit out. Yep. So we'll have that. And we like I say, we won't have no more Black Ink, but we always have Love and Hip Hop. And if Mona keep coming with this here, we gonna have theater.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't like lose its steam.
Right.
Halfway through, like Love and Hip Hop Miami did.
Yeah. So, but we shall see.
It's Atlanta. It has a proven history because I think we can all agree that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been the best of the reality TV shows for
quite some time. Yeah.
So, although Black Ink Crew Chicago gave them a hell of a run for that. Black Ink Crew Chicago was a very, very, very close second last season.
Yes. VV close.
That was theater the whole damn season.
The whole damn season was theater. So we shall see. But we'll be back next week. We will have Candace back, and we will have these jokes and these hot takes. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for rocking with us and the Gay Side Stories. Check out both. Leave and Crown of Collards. Leave a review. No 1-star woes, please. And we're gonna be out. And Curtis, send us off with the benediction.
This week's benediction. Oh, I can't even talk. Is this: if you gonna swing and connect. In Sierra, we pray.
We pray. We speak your name.
We lift you on we lift you high.
As high as you swung.
Yeah.
And with that, bye-bye.
We're out of here. Bye, y'all.